She's been inviting all of her friends to live here. They're all out of high school and just drinking and partying all night.
You should pitch this to HBO. This actually sounds pretty good.
It would be a boring show because all they do is hit their vapes and stare at their phones in the same room.
But you could call it the Wayward Cousins.
Call from
Daniel.
Hello?
Hello?
What's up?
Is this Lyle?
Yeah, who dis?
No way. This is Daniel.
New phone. Who dis? You know that?
I do. I have heard that.
This is Daniel, huh?
Yeah. I didn't even get a call screener. Is that new?
Wait, have we spoken before, Daniel?
We have not.
Oh. Well, what's up, man? Is there, anything that you wanted to talk about, or you just want to freeball it? I'm down to freeball it, but I'm also down to talk about stuff.
I've called you thousands and thousands of times, and this is the first time I've gotten through to you, and that's crazy.
That's sweet, man. All right, so in those thousands and thousands of times you've called me, like, I have to imagine... I have to imagine you called 1,000 times for you had something in mind that was such a ruminating thought on your mind. You had to.
I mean, it changes like every day when I call you. Like when I first started calling you early 2020, I was playing No Man's Sky, and I always wanted to tell you that I played as a Gecko, which was like the race that I played as, and I didn't know if you knew that was a race on there.
No, I didn't, but that's I heard the game sucks.
It does. It's a big time suck. But currently, I'm living in a house of wayward children while their parents are in jail, and I thought that would be interesting to tell you.
Dude, what the hell is a wayward child?
I looked it up. That way I had an answer for you when I knew you would ask that.
Yeah.
It's a kid that is hard to manage, like unruly. They don't like to listen to direction, stuff like that. But yeah, my cousin's mom is in jail currently, and since then she's been inviting all of her friends to live here, which is grown to 6 to 10 depending on the night. They're all out of high school and just, drinking and partying all night. So that's fun.
Now, what's your relation to these kids? Why are you in this house?
So I moved here after a breakup, and my aunt wasn't in jail when I first got here, but as soon as I got here, she got into some legal trouble and went to jail. So it's my cousins. I live with my two cousins, and I'm basically, quote unquote, the man of the house while she's in jail. But
Dude,
yeah, they're my cousins.
You should pitch this to HBO. This actually sounds pretty good.
It would be a boring show because all they do is hit their vapes and stare at their phones in the same room. I've walked into a room and they'll all be 8 to 10 kids will be staring at their phone, not speaking to each other while like loud music blasts. So
it's funny, right? Euphoria makes it look like everyone's like talking to each other and stuff, but what you described is a little bit more accurate. But you could call it the Wayward Cousins, which would be an interesting name for something. Anyway, all right, so it's you. So it's you in a room with, and your aunt's in jail. So you literally are the like only adult in the house.
Yeah, I work a full-time job, so I'm rarely home. But when I am home, there's just a bunch of kids in and out of the kitchen making hamburgers or ramen noodles, drinking twisted teas and asking to hit each other's nicotine.
And what's the deal with this? Are you like, do you have custody of these kids? Are you like their primary, like, do they put you down as their emergency contact when they do the field trips and shit?
My oldest cousin, she's 17. So, I mean, technically, I don't know how it works legally, but she is able to be on her own. My grandparents who live in the same neighborhood have legal custody because this isn't the first time that my aunt's been in legal trouble. So they have like, emergency custody over them in the event that something happened to my aunt. So they're around. They buy the groceries and stuff like that. So
if you get too high, they have the grandparents have legal custody over you. Over the kids.
I wish that was an option. I get drug tested at my job, so I can't smoke currently, which is a huge bummer. But
all right,
yeah.
So the older cousin is... All right, so there's two of them. One is 17. How old's the other one?
She's 15.
Okay. All right. Are they
they're
now?
Good kids.
Now when you say that's what I was gonna ask. Now when you say wayward, like, all right, they're well, where are the parents?
The dad, he lives in the same city, but he's got a different wife and kids of his own, and my cousins don't really want to keep too much contact with him unless they need to.
Okay.
And then
he's out.
The mom's in jail, so yeah.
Okay, so the dad abandoned the family. The mom is in jail?
I see it the other way around. The kids kind of abandoned the dad because when their mom went to jail, the dad wanted them to come live with him, but the kids don't like his wife, so they'd rather be in a house with me, who they see as like the cool guardian, because I really don't care as long as they don't wake me up in the middle of the night. I don't really tell them what to do as long as the house is clean for the most part. The dishes are done. I kind of stay in my room.
Why?
So they're able to do whatever they want.
So they're estranged from their dad just because they don't like his wife? Did the wife like do anything, or she just looks weird?
No, she did what honestly any parent or me should have done or should do. They suggested that the oldest one dropped out of high school and doesn't work or anything, so they suggested that she, get her GED and go get a job. And she's almost agoraphobic, meaning like she is afraid to leave the house. She doesn't like being in cars, so she's it's a laundry list of things that go with that.
So I'm like, is this dad like just a guy who abandoned his family, or you think he's a good guy?
He's a good guy. No, he's a good guy. My dad's friends with him. He's kind of like my uncle once removed, I guess, because he's not really around to hang out or anything like that. But he's a good guy. He's just like I said, he's got his own kids, and those kids actually want to see him versus his daughters who don't want to see him.
All right, and what's the mom? And the mom. Okay, so the mom. Oh! Your aunt is. Oh, I got mom. I thought there was. Yeah. I thought there was an aunt and a mom, and I got confused.
No, they're the same person.
Aunt is okay. Mom is the aunt. Aunt is their mom. And what? I mean, you don't have to tell me any. You actually don't have to engage in this conversation at all. You can just hang up. But if you want to, what did she do? Why is she in jail?
Her ex-wife. I don't know if they're even ex-wife at this point. I think they're still legally married. She violated a restraining order that she had on her by trying to contact her about their daughter that they had together. And that led to her ex-wife going to law enforcement and trying to get her in as much trouble as possible, which worked, I guess.
Wait,
she's been in there for almost 4 months now.
All right, so your aunt is lesbian.
Yes.
And she had a...
Oh, man, that's a story right there. It's not even a story. It's just a really weird scenario.
That's really weird because, like, I don't think lesbians can have accidental children.
Dude.
There would have to be a lot of...
It definitely wasn't an accident.
Dialed emails for that to happen.
My aunt got my cousin to donate his sperm to her ex-wife, so that because she wanted the child to have our DNA, our blood. So technically, the child is my cousin's daughter. It's real. That's what I'm saying. It's almost incest-like, but he donated the sperm to her wife, who isn't related to us at all. But I told him from the beginning not to do it because I knew something like this was going to happen. They were going to get divorced, or they were going to split up, or something was going to happen. And now he's just got this DNA child that we can't even see in our family. The ex-wife won't let us see her. But yeah, all
right.
That's just running around the world.
All right, go no further. What's your name again?
Daniel.
All right, Daniel. We're gonna do this very slowly. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna try to explain it, and then you stop me when I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Your cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Who is your aunt's ex-husband's?
My aunt is one of 4 sisters. So,
your aunt's one of 4 sisters. Got it.
Yeah. So one of her sister's children is my cousin.
Okay, so your cousin from another aunt.
Yeah.
Is a guy. And he jizzed in a cup and used it to impregnate your aunt's ex-wife.
Yeah, I mean, not directly impregnate her, but yeah, he jizzed in a cup and then probably gave it to someone who inseminated her.
Okay, so it's a little, so it feels a little bit ancestral, but it's kind of not, because it's like,
yeah,
it's your aunt's family DNA going into her ex-wife's vagina.
Right. On paper, it's definitely not incest, but from word of mouth, it definitely sounds a little incesty.
Yeah, I mean, when you just kind of put it all together, when you slow it down, it makes sense. But when you say my cousin impregnated my aunt, it sounds a little incesty. Okay. Yeah. Now, why was there a restraining order?
There was a physical interaction. Because they were split up when I moved in, and then the ex-wife came back to the house to get some of her stuff, and that caused, I guess she was grabbing stuff that wasn't hers, so that caused my aunt to get physical with her. And then cut to a week later, my aunt pulled out the ex-wife's roommate out of a car on the road and assaulted her, beat her ass. And so that's why she's in jail. But the restraining order is because, I mean, anyone can go get a restraining order on anybody. I don't know you, but I can, go get a restraining order on you. And,
I'd like to see you try that.
It would be hard to explain that I want to get a restraining order on a random gecko that I don't actually know, but.
This all, you know what? This is all sounding very wayward, for sure.
Yeah,
all right.
For sure.
So now, all right. So the cousins, the 15 and 16-year-olds, they don't like the dad because the dad's wife is telling them that to get a job and stuff.
Get a job. Yep.
And do they like the mom? Are they like, yeah, mom's badass because she fights ladies?
Like their mom? She's considered the cool mom. She's considered the cool aunt of the family. She's, smoking weed. She does mushrooms in the woods. She works from home, so she's just constantly high. She's considered the cool aunt, but she's at the same time she's considered the what's the word? She's not present with her children. She doesn't make her kids do anything. I'm not judging her parenting style, but your kids should definitely have some kind of direction or.
And so, okay, and she went to jail, and she just called you in to clean up this mess.
I moved here from a different town, a different city, after a breakup, and I was living with my grandparents, like I said, in the same neighborhood as my aunt and cousins. And then after this happened, I moved in with my cousins to lend a helping hand, to be the adult in the house.
This really would be a cool show. There would be there'd be a cool scene where you go to meet at a diner with the with the dad, and you're and the dad's wife is why won't they just I can imagine different actors playing all these people. The dad kind of, I mean, I know he's dead, but the dad could be James Gandolfini.
Did you say the dad is dead?
No, the dad's not. No, I said I said James Gandolfini is dead, but I don't know. The dad might be dead too. I don't know him. And I don't know you, and this could all be a lie. But how old are you?
I'm 28.
You're 28. Okay, so are you just taking? Are you? Is any part of you fuck this? I don't want to deal with this, or you're really?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay.
They wake me up almost every night between 11 o'clock and 2 o'clock in the morning, being loud. And I don't leave my room to yell at them because I don't want to be seen as a bad guy. So I'll text my cousin and be hey, it's too late. Can you turn it down? And 9 times out of 10, she'll do it instantly and be oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize you were being that loud. So it's not that big of a problem, but I'm counting down the days till I leave this city. I got 100.
That's what I was gonna. Okay, this is what I was gonna ask, and this is not. And look, the answer could be love for these two, for your cousins or whatever the fuck. But what is stopping you from getting out of there? What is stopping you from getting out of there?
Money mostly, and then somewhere to go. So I'm saving up money as much as possible. I'm in the next 6 months. I plan to have at least 12 grand saved up. My savings is laughable. And then in the next 6 months, my best friend is moving to Kansas City, and he offered for me to come with him. And it's illegal to smoke there, and I can get a job and smoke with no problem. So that's the plan. So I got 6 months. So just
see another reason this would be a great TV show is because our main character has this great goal that you can really root for, which is that he wants to move to Kansas City and get high.
I don't ask for much. I want a very simple life.
I would absolutely root for you in trying to fix this family so you can move to Kansas City and get high. And what the only thing stopping you is, all right. So I guess let's say you did have $12,000, and
yeah.
like, I mean, what are these kids? They're not like little kids, you know. They're fucking 15.
Yeah,
and
they're between
17. I mean, it sucks.
and 21.
It's totally not your problem at all. It's the.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's the fucking parents, but.
Mm-hmm.
Does any part is any part of you like when you leave? Is any part of you gonna be like, ah, shit? You know, I wish I could have helped those kids.
I mean, they're my family and I love them. But I've already come to the realization that there's not a lot that I can do, or that like whatever I say, I don't think they would like take in and use that and, you know, change their life around. So I'm comfortable with our relationship, and when I leave, like, yeah, I'll miss them and stuff like that, but they're going to be fine, or they're going to, hopefully my aunt's out of jail by then. If not, then, you know, my grandparents will step in and start taking care of them more, or I don't know. But like you said, it's not really my problem. I'm doing what I can right now.
What's your mom's deal?
My mom lives in Virginia, and she's retired military with her husband, who's current military. They're picture perfect family. My stepdad and her.
Why don't you go live with them? What are you doing with these two, like, fucking Euphoria kids?
I got a job here, working at an animal shelter that pays really, really well, and I love it for the most part. And so the job that I have, which I probably could transfer to another animal shelter, that's probably not that hard to do, but I don't have to pay rent here. I don't have to. I've got very small amount of bills, so I'm in a position to where I can save up and plan, you know, 6 months down the road. And like I said, I just got out of a 4-year relationship, and so moving here was kind of like an escape. I was living with her, so I was like, I gotta leave the city. So like here, I'm not being pressed by my parents. I'm more or less on my own. Other than, like you said, the Euphoria kids.
Yeah. Well, you also get the benefit of every once in a while, one of the kids will let you take a little hit of their vape, which is nice. Oh yeah.
I mean, I'll never buy cigarettes or vapes again, but that's because I don't have to. If I just want to hit someone's vape, I go out and ask, and everyone
as long as you have a bunch of high schoolers hanging out in your house, you never have to buy cigarettes again.
Yeah, and I don't feel bad about it because I'm not hanging out with the kids, so it's like, you know, I'm just kind of there. If I was hanging out with these were my friends, then I'd be like, all right, this is kind of weird.
Well, you're really living it up, man. Congratulations. I hope you live. I hope
perspective.
I hope if I ever come to Kansas City, I want to get high there too and be like, yeah, I'm living that guy who I talked to. I'm living his dream right now.
Once I'm able to, like, plan for like going to shows and stuff like that, I'm definitely going to try to go to one of your shows, and I'll go a purple lizard outfit, so you know it's me.
Yeah, I've tried to find that. You're not going to be able to find that.
Really? Okay.
By the way, I'll know it's you. I can tell what you look like already.
Oh, thanks. Okay, one question. Who do you think would play me in?
Compliment. Who do I think would play you?
Who would you have play me in my show? If you know what I look like, who would you have me play?
Oh shit,
play
that's
me
actually a good idea. You know that guy Amir from College Humor?
No.
I'd have him.
I don't want to lie to you. Okay, I'll look him up as soon as I get off the phone with you. And I don't know if I'm going to be like you said, I don't know if that's going to be a compliment or not. So
I think you look like
on
that
the edge
guy.
of my seat. All right, well, we'll find out what that means.
What's your name again?
Daniel.
Daniel, is there anything else you want to say to the people at the computer before we go?
Keep calling. Don't give up, because like I said, I've called you thousands of times, and super, super happy that I finally got to talk to you. I want to give a shout out to my best friend Chavitz. That's not his real name, but that's what I call him. But I'm going to tell him to watch this or listen to it. And
Chavitz, let your friend move in with you.
Oh, he will. I really appreciate talking to you, man. I'm a big fan. I've literally listened to you since the beginning. Yeah, you're great. Lots of help, man. You're a big help to me.
Thanks, man. I'm going to manifest you moving to Kansas City and getting hot. I'm going to manifest everyone listening to this moving to... If everyone listening to this just formed a big commune in Kansas City where you can probably buy a plot of land for, you know... What if all the people... Dude, if all the people who listen to this podcast each contributed $1, we could buy a plot of land in Kansas City and just live on it and get high.
Yeah,
we don't even have to build a house. We can just make a little tent or something. It doesn't rain there.
Tent City.
Tent City in Kansas. Gecko Tent City in Kansas City, Missouri. All right.
Oh, man.
Only in my
hope
dreams.
Someone's writing these down.
Take care, man.
You too, dude. Thank you so much.
That place would smell like shit. No offense.
Hello?
Hi, who is this?
Hi, this is Jade.
Tell me what's up, Jade. What is it you wanted to talk about today on the Stupid Gecko podcast?
On the Stupid Gecko podcast. Okay, so recently my life has kind of been flipped upside down. I was kicked out by my partner like 2 weeks ago, and kind of I'm just figuring it out. He like financially supported me and everything, so I kind of just am here trying to find a job. I'm living with a friend and like rediscovering myself. It's pretty crazy and scary.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 24.
You're 24. Okay, and how long were you with this guy you were living with?
We've been together for like 5 years, but only married for 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How long had he been financially supporting you for?
For the entire time.
He'd been financially supporting you since you were 19?
Pretty much, yeah. I was in school and in a really bad family situation. And so he kind of like let me move in and let me use his car and all of these things while I was finishing my degrees. And I, as someone who was coming from like a very unstable background, I was like, yes, this sounds great. Give me a break from like feeling stressed and like finally feeling secure.
And what did you study in school?
I studied social work.
Did he pay your tuition, or did you go into debt for that?
He did not. I definitely have a lot of student loans.
Okay. Did you graduate?
Yes, I have a bachelor's and a master's degree.
When did you get your master's degree?
I got my master's degree when I was 21.
Okay. And so, did you get for the past 3 years, have you had a job at all?
So I actually was working as a therapist and burnt out really fast because I was not really taking care of myself, and I was coming right from school and I was kind of jumping into this position where I had like zero guidance. And so I kind of had a big breakdown in like January of 2021, and my mental health kind of went down the drain, and I just was trying to recover for like an entire year. And then recently I've just been working part-time.
What are you doing part-time?
I'm a nanny.
Okay, cool. That's the purest form of social work.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely can still use it on my resume that I've been giving to everyone and putting out there, and it still looks good. It's still applicable.
So what went wrong? That's a tongue twister. What went wrong? What went wrong with your partner?
Well, I kind of decided to blow up our marriage by speaking to someone else just in a grab for attention, and he found out about it.
What does that mean?
I didn't sleep with anyone, but I was definitely messaging this person on social media and just flirting with them. It was not really anything to me. Yeah. So he found out about that and was very upset. But I would say that our relationship was kind of going down the drain for a while, and we probably shouldn't have even gotten married.
Well, it sounds like you felt like you weren't getting adequate enough attention from him, and it was causing you to want to seek attention elsewhere.
Yeah, for sure. And I've definitely processed that. But I take accountability of my actions.
Why was it going downhill even before that?
I think just based upon the relationship that we had and how I was completely codependent on him, and he was very completely codependent on me in a lot of ways, and we just didn't really have our own identities at all.
Mm-hmm. It sounds, I was going to say this, I honestly was thinking this from the very beginning when you said he was financially supporting you. I mean, it sounds like it's absolutely for the best that you guys are not doing your thing anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, look, especially if he was, I mean, I don't know, man. I guess I get it it sounds like you came from a rougher family background.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like I'm not trying to make myself sound like a victim or anything, but I definitely feel like I've struggled my whole life in a lot of ways.
Well, it's not about a label of victim or perpetrator or anything like that. It's just is life.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you still talk to this guy? Or when's the last time you talked to him?
So it was last Monday, or a few Mondays ago, he kicked me out. I went to my best friend's house where I'm staying, and he decided immediately that we were going to get a divorce without speaking to me, and had almost signed all the paperwork. And then we went and sat down and talked for hours and hours and hours, and kind of came to the conclusion that we are just going to be separated for a month and have no contact.
Okay, how long ago was that?
That was only about a week ago, and it's definitely been pretty hard. I didn't realize that I was such a codependent person until I had to not see my person.
So you guys decided that you were going to get separate. So you're legally separated, and
I think
not going to talk for a month.
Yeah, just to kind of find ourselves and figure out what we actually want in the relationship, because it seems like we're not aligned in some ways.
Do you anticipate that you're going to want to get back together with this guy, or even that he will want to get back together with you?
I don't know, and that is, I guess, I know that you don't give couples advice or relationship advice, but I mean, possibly just discussing this could help me process if I want to, or if I want to just cut it off clean. I'm just not really sure, and it feels like every day away from him is super different, where I'm struggling, crying all day, and then the next day I'm I'm an independent boss bitch. I can do this. I just like, you know, I don't know, hustling and stuff. So it just like changes every day. But I think that where we left was that he needed to figure out if he could trust me again, and I needed to figure out what I needed in a relationship.
That sounds fair. I mean, look, man, I have my I don't like the whole like, oh, I don't know if you give relationship advice thing. I just, you know, I've realized I've actually been doing a lot, and this is kind of genius on my behalf, is I'll say I don't like telling people what to do, which is true, but then I'll tell people what to do, and also sometimes kind of enjoy doing that.
That's okay. I'm here for it. This is why I called.
It's pretty genius. It's pretty genius. I mean, I try to get through this podcast without telling people what to do as much as possible, but like, I mean, dude, all right, what's your dream? What's your name again?
Jade.
What's your dream in life, Jade?
And that is something that I don't know at all. I used to think that it was helping people.
Okay.
And I feel like maybe in my future it is. But I think I was very much too giving of myself. And so like now I'm focusing on like what fills me up. I think my dream is maybe like being a musician, but I've never really like believed that I could do that.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I made a few thoughts, and I'm sure these are all things you've thought about before. Is your boyfriend is wondering whether or not he can trust you, which is a good thing for him to be wondering, because, you know, if you really like him, you understand that he does deserve to be with somebody that he can trust, and in that understanding, would understand that you might not be the best person for him at this time. And also that a relationship, and also he's probably not the best person for you if the relationship was so unsatisfying for you that you felt the need to you know, find attention in other places.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
At first glance, not really knowing a lot about you, not really knowing a lot about him, this seems like it was a good thing for both of you guys.
Yeah, I agree for sure.
Okay, so and look, people are emotional and make stupid decisions plenty. And so I'm not going to say that you're undeserving of love or happiness ever again for the rest of your life at the age of 24. But you're in a moment right now where I think you should focus on yourself. I mean, you've been with this guy who's been financially supporting you for 6 years. You 6 years, right? 5 years, 6 years, whatever.
Yeah,
it is.
it's like 5 coming on 6. Yeah, it's a long time.
It's like you're gonna be a lot. It's gonna be difficult. It's a difficult transition, but I think you'll be a lot happier if you go on the journey of building a genuine agency in your own life.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I agree with everything that you're saying. I think my emotions just like get in the way, and same with him. Like when we're together, he's like, we are like still in love, but also just like it doesn't feel like we're compatible because, yeah, like I said, like I don't know if we even like should have gone through with marriage or any of those things. Like
I mean,
in my gut instinct.
Here's the thing. I genuinely believe that different things make, and this is why I don't like telling people what to do. Is because different things make different people happy. They just do. For some, I'm sure there are plenty of people out there who got married when they were 21 and they're still together at 32 and are really happy. And there's also plenty of people out there that got married at 21 and are just fucking absolutely miserable. And so, and I don't know the difference between those two couples. I don't know what that X factor is. So some things that work for some people don't work for other people. But I mean, in talking to you specifically, I think like it seems as though you didn't get that much of a chance to develop yourself as a person on your own, you know?
Yeah.
And also,
I
it wasn't like you were
that.
stoked in this relationship.
Yeah, I definitely feel like at least the last like 9 months have been not great in that relationship, and there were like multiple times that I asked for what I needed and did not get that. So I definitely also feel like I don't know if I could enter back into that, because I feel like I've also like grieved the relationship in the last like 8 months.
Okay,
it's
so
like I felt all of those emotions.
What is it that you wanted to? Are there any things, besides just having sex with other people, that you wanted to do while you were in a relationship that you didn't do or haven't done?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I mean, just in general, like I guess we could say like ex-partner now. He was pretty like introverted, like homebody kind of thing. I was definitely like the person who was like playful and like let loose, and I just like sometimes I want to frolic in a fucking field, and he's like never down for that ever. So it's like I want to have fun in my relationship and not always like be serious or be the one initiating that fun. That was definitely like a big thing.
Okay. What are some like what are some ways that you can now manifest that in your life? And I by manifest I mean like things you can do that are manifestations of your outgoingness. You know, like do you want to travel places? Do you want to go to the club? I don't know, just and anything at all that involves putting yourself out there.
Yeah, I think just like I found that I come from a background with like a lot of religion and stuff, and so I feel like I have a lot of discomfort just like being in my body and moving my body. So I've actually been getting into dancing, which is like not like me. I don't like that. But now I do, because I'm discovering like it's okay to move your body and it's okay to be comfortable in your body, and you don't have to be like hiding that, and it's not like an inherently like sexualized thing. So definitely that. Yeah. Do
you know the Macarena?
No, I don't.
Nobody's ever sexual.
Really
I don't think the Macarena, I think, is probably one of the least sexual dances that exist in the dance lexicon. But anyway, what else? Anything else?
I want to start riding horses again. It's something that I did when I was a kid. I don't know if I can afford it because horses are so expensive, but like I just want to do it once. Okay. Just to like, I don't know, going back and like doing things that I used to love and just kind of have not done anymore. Same with like music stuff. Like I literally have a keyboard. I just don't use it. So I guess doing all of these things that I've wanted to do for so long.
Well, so then it sounds like just leave this guy alone and go figure out your own life. Yeah, and that's the advice I've definitely been getting. I again think it's just like really hard with emotions, and like especially if he like decides he wants to work it out and he's willing to like work on these things that I've been asking for like the whole relationship. Like I want to be with that person, like, because that is his best I don't know. If the guy came, I'm trying to think about this. I mean, if the guy came back to you and was like, "Hey, I know there's been some problems and I want to work it out." I don't know. This is why I'm not going to tell you what to do, because.
Okay.
And people, here's the thing: people are listening to this are gonna be like, fuck you, and then another person's gonna comment under the person who wrote "fuck you," then they're gonna write "noble, fuck you," and everyone's just gonna argue. But at the end of the day, not me or anyone listening to that knows what's gonna make you or this guy happy.
Yeah.
But I got a hunch that you guys should just go live your own fucking lives.
Yeah, for sure. And then, like, we did an accidental check-in, like, one weekend where, like, he called me and I was like, oh, no, is it an emergency? And he's like, I'm doing really well. And I was like, that's good. I like to hear that. So, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe that's, like, a sign that, like, he's doing well, I'm doing well. Like, we can both do well, just separately.
What's your name again?
Jade.
Jade, is there anything else you want to say to the people of the computer before we go?
I don't know. Just listen to your gut instincts and be true to yourself.
Have a good night, Jade.
Thanks. You too. Bye.
For some reason, whenever I ask people if there's anything else they want to say, they always end with advice. Why not, like, I want a good... Hey, if you're listening to this and you ever call in and you ever hear me say, do you have anything else you want to say to the people of the computer? Don't do it. Don't give any advice. Say something. Do something cool. Like, even just like give me like a Go Ravens or something. I don't know. There's too much advice on this show. More post-call thoughts. Look, people listening to this, they're going to have their ideas of, no, you shouldn't do this, or no, you shouldn't do that. And I have my ideas of that as well. But I think the one thing, after talking to so many different people, and both on this show and in real life, is that you just is exactly what I said. Different things make different people happy, and people's brain chemistries are wired differently. And I sort of think that, you know, if I'm on the phone with somebody and I'm talking to them for a long time, I can, you know, you can get an idea of maybe how they are wired. And once you have that information, form an idea of what might work well for them based on the information you have about them as a person. But then also you got people who are being like, well, no, they're brainwashed, and sometimes they are and sometimes they aren't. And I guess what I'm trying to say is that I don't know anything. All right. Hi, who's this?
This is Justin.
Justin, what's going on, man?
Nothing, man. How's it going?
It's going all right. I actually feel pretty good right now in this moment. Dude, it's okay if there's not. But is there anything in particular you want to talk about?
Well, nothing in particular. Just been listening to the stream, and this is the first time I caught a live one. Figured I'd call in.
Well, you said your name is Jason, right?
Justin.
Okay.
But people always.
All right. You know what? I'm not gonna try anymore. Just Jay, what are you doing right now? What did you do today?
What did I do today? I went to work today and took a nap. Took a good nap today, and that's been about it.
What do you do for work?
What did you do today? I'm a plumber.
You're a plumber. What did I do today? Let's see. What the fuck did I do today? I woke up. I edited something. I spent a lot of time setting up my little Supercast page thing. I ate some chicken and rice. I had deep existential thoughts about if I need to change the way that I live every day. And then I abandoned those thoughts because they would have required me to overhaul my brain chemistry and habitual nature to make a change, which is too intimidating a task to even begin to face. And I looked at Reddit instead and saw that Timothy Chalamet and Kylie Jenner are now dating, and that me looking at that image is a part of my life forever.
Yeah. You know, it's a shame when things like that come up and then you're just kind of stuck with that burned into your brain, you know?
Yeah. What's the last image that you feel like you saw that really burned in your brain?
Oh, my wife keeps watching this Vanderpump show, and it drives me absolutely insane. So every
Vanderpump
time it's
Rules?
on, yeah, I can't stand that kind of stuff. To me, it's brain rot, you know?
Yeah. I think my sister used to watch it. My sister and my dad are both very into reality TV, but I've never been a fan. What was the latest thing you saw on Vanderpump Rules?
It was like some dude, he's like talking with the lady about some wine or some shit like that, and I said, "Can you turn this shit off?" And she goes, "Can you be a little nicer about it?"
That's an episode of, that is exactly what an episode of Vanderpump Rules is like. Is some lady is talking to some fucking guy about some wine. But you know what's funny is when I think about these kinds of things is I would never watch that show. And I'm not saying that like to be cool, because like I would never watch that show, but I respect it because thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people do watch that show, do find enjoyment in it, and that's actually inspiring to me. You know,
I mean, you know, there's certain shows in that realm that I would watch, but that is one that I just can't get behind. You know, back in the day, a Jersey Shore, I definitely found myself watching episodes, but this Vanderpump is just not something I can get behind.
What shows do you watch?
Well, you know, we've been going for a little wholesome lately, and I've been watching some Ted Lasso, you know, try and uplift my mood and, you know, get some nice wholesome feels in. What is I keep
seeing it. What the hell is Ted Lasso? I know it's got that guy in it who's in stuff.
It's a guy who's just kind of like a good old guy who was a football coach, and then he went to coach soccer overseas, and no one really likes him because he's just, you know, an American football coach who knows nothing about soccer, and just a lot of like cheesy feel good type stuff in it, you know.
Okay. Should I watch it?
I mean, it was good right off the bat. I'm slowly fading out of it though. I don't know if that's because I'm getting stuck back into scrolling on my phone.
Yeah. Scrolling on your phone is compelling. I was thinking about that. I might have talked about this before, but I have a friend who told me that he will watch TikTok intentionally, which blew my mind. And what I mean by that is when TV, I'm trying to get like I'm trying to get behind like what's the difference between spending time watching TV and spending time scrolling through TikTok. And I think it's about the intention, because you sit down, you pick Ted Lasso, and you sit and you watch, and it's like it feels like when you're watching it, you like made that decision to sit down and watch it, whereas you find yourself on TikTok learning the details about Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner, and you're now in this loop that you're not behind the wheel of this. But I had a friend who said that he'll watch TikTok and he'll be like, I'm blocking out an hour to sit down and watch TikTok. Who the fuck does that? You could could be productive. You could sit there. You could sit there and take notes. You could take notes. There's like people. There's actually is. There's a lot of bullshit and, you know, Candy Crush, Family Guy clip shit. But there's people talking about valuable stuff on there. And if you sat there and like whatever took notes or something, you'd actually probably learn something. But that's not how that works, really.
No, well, I guess it depends on the type of scrolling you're doing. I don't normally whip out a notepad and paper when I'm getting some deep scrolling in.
Yeah, that'd be...
But if I did, I could be really gathering some good information.
Okay, you watch Ted Lasso. I just watch like Family Guy and South Park.
Little, the classics there.
Yeah. I don't remember the last time I got it. I really got deep into like a drama series or something. There's this one TV show.
I usually just rewatching old shows.
Yeah, what are you rewatching?
Go-to for me is always Entourage. Entourage is just a classic that I could just throw on and kind of get back in.
That's cool. You know what I watched recently? I watched the pilot of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Curb,
where he does stand up.
Wow.
Yeah, the pilot, the one where he's putting on a stand-up special. It's pretty good. There's this one TV show. It's not even really like a TV show, but there's this one TV show that I've been showing everyone. Like every time I meet a new person, I'll show it to them. I found it's the coolest thing I've ever seen. It's called Off the Air. I don't know if I've talked about it on here before, but it's on HBO Max. It's an Adult Swim show. And it's this like compilation of video art that's all centered around one theme. So there'll be like a color episode, and 10 different artists make videos about color, and they're kind of collaged together. It's like if you're an Adult Swim fan, it's like the coolest Adult Swim thing that they. Dude,
Adult Swim was one of those things for me. Like as a kid, when you'd throw that on late night, it was like, all right, we're getting into some shit right now. Like Robot Chicken comes out around 12:30 and shit's hitting the fan,
Yeah. It used to come on at like 4:00 in the morning, but check that out. Off the Air. It's on YouTube. It's on HBO. But all right, so are you gonna get a divorce?
Dude, I've been only married 2 months now, so probably not yet. Gonna try and ride this out for a while.
Yeah, I'm wondering. I'm like, is 2 months too soon to get a divorce, or are you kind of cutting it off right before it gets bad?
I don't think there's any timeline on that. You just kind of know, like you're either in or you're out.
How do you feel? Do you feel in?
I'm in. I think that's why I went through the whole marriage process. I think that was kind of like the testament to me being in.
Were you 100% sure?
I was 1,000% sure, but after 10 years, it was the right decision to be made.
That's fucking cool, man. How old are you?
I also biased on it all. I have the view of, hey, yes, I want to be with this girl for the rest of my life, but I don't fully agree with. I think marriage is, or what it is now. It's not about just being with that person. It's a whole money grab from all these people. Like, ooh, you got to buy this ring. You got to buy that ring. You got to rent this place. You got to spend all this money. Craziness.
Is your wife into that? Is your wife want like a real dream wedding and a nice ring, and does she like nice things?
Well, it wasn't about that, like the nice ring and stuff. I wouldn't say. I would say it was more just having that special day together with us and our family.
Yeah.
I think that's which that part I did enjoy, but all this time and effort leading up to it, boom, gone like that.
Yeah.
Snap your fingers, the day's over.
You seem happy, sort of.
I am. I'm pretty happy most of the time, but that comes with certain days, marriage or not. I think that's just a personal thing I deal with.
How old are you, man?
I'm 29.
20. Okay, cool.
How old are you?
Cool. I'm 25.
Okay, cool. But yeah, that's about it. I've been dealing with life and taking it day by day. You know what I mean? Trying to make the most of each day.
That's cool. Did you all right, I'll ask you this before we go. Do you feel like you made the most of this day?
Well, I took like a 3-hour nap, so I would say no. But I'm also feeling pretty sick. I think I got a chest infection. I went to a concert, and I think I got sick there.
What concert? Was it a?
It was
Wait, let me guess. Let me guess. Let me guess.
41
Let me guess.
Simple-
Oh fuck! I was gonna ask. Was it a Ted Lasso concert?
No, it was not a Ted Lasso concert. It was Sum 41, Simple Plan, and the Offspring. It was sick.
Well, was it worth getting sick?
Oh, 100%. I went with my brothers, and it was badass. I haven't
What if
been
you
to a show
die?
with both of them in a while.
What if you die of your
What if I
sickness?
die? Well, I'll
Yeah.
die with the great memory of being at a concert with my brothers.
I like this fucking
You know
guy.
what I mean?
I like this fucking
You know?
guy. I like this guy,
It's
Justin.
It's Justin, yeah.
Okay, all right. See, I remembered your name. See, that's
Hey, thanks.
actually
Thanks
that's
for
you want to
calling
hear
me
the truth,
Jason
Justin?
again.
I'll only tell. I'm actually gonna cut off the broadcast, and I'll just tell you this. I if I like you, I'll remember your name. That's
Hey,
the
I
difference.
appreciate that.
No, I'm kidding. I don't.
You don't like me. I get it, man. It's all good, dude. I'm still deciding if I like you, I guess, too.
Well, Jason,
But
is there
it's
anything
been
else you
good
want to
so
say to the
far.
people of the computer before we go?
Live every day like it's your last, because you never know if you're going to die.
What did your wife just yell? Yeah, I just heard your wife yell something.
What'd you say?
Your wife just yelled something. What'd she
You
say?
said you took a nap today, like I'm living every day like my last.
That's cool. All right, you take care, Justin. Go kill a bird.
All right, man. Have a good one, dude.
Take care.